The Hope's arrival in America doesn't go unnoticed. The diamond's reputation for bringing bad luck is splashed across all the front pages. The public is fascinated. Some criticize Evelyn's purchase as irresponsible, while others applaud her devil-may-care attitude. Even movies get in on the action. In 1921, theaters screen a 15-part Hollywood film serial featuring Tavernier in a kind of Indian operetta, stealing the blue diamond from a temple and saving the life of a young heroine. Evelyn, a free-spirited woman, enjoys flouting convention. Throughout the 1920s, she casually sports the priceless diamond on her neck, seemingly immune to the gossip surrounding her. She becomes a symbol of the emancipated woman in charge of her own life. But later, the McLeans are overtaken by misfortune. Evelyn Walsh's 9-year-old son is hit and killed by a car. Her daughter dies of an overdose at the age of 24. Her husband ends up in an insane asylum, and she herself dies of pneumonia in 1947 at the age of 60. But the curse doesn't die off with Evelyn. It's Harry Winston, the famous New York jeweler, who finally seals the Hope Diamond's reputation. After Evelyn's death, Winston buys her diamond collection in 1949 and donates the supposed cursed Hope to the Smithsonian in Washington 9 years later.
When it was announced that the Smithsonian was going to receive the Hope Diamond from Harry Winston, the Smithsonian started getting many letters from members of the public. Not only the Smithsonian, President Eisenhower, who was President of the United States at the time, would get letters. People felt, uh-oh, now the United States will be cursed.
The controversy rages on inside the Smithsonian Institution. It takes the Smithsonian months to decide to accept the donation.
When the Smithsonian finally did get the diamond in November 1958 and put it on display, attendance at the Smithsonian almost doubled overnight because this became a new attraction. People had to see this cursed diamond.
There is an epilogue to the story of the curse that leads many to keep believing. The mail carrier who delivers the Hope to the museum falls victim to an unbelievable streak of bad luck. His house burns down, his wife dies of a heart attack, his leg is crushed when run over by a truck, and his dog is strangled by its own leash. "50 years later, the Hope has lost none of its fascination, and its origins have remained a mystery. But now, it's finally time for the French Blue and the Hope Diamond to be reunited.
It seems to attract dust like...
Oh my God.
Francois Farge has brought the lead cast of the French Blue to the Smithsonian, so Jeffrey Post can finally compare it side by side with the famous Hope Diamond.
So what's in the red box? There we go.
So in the red box, you have the lead cast of the French Blue that we rediscovered in our museum and natural history, and here it is.
Oh, look at that.
The big boy.
Oh my gosh.
You see?
Oh, Francois, that's spectacular.
Please take
Can
it.
I? Wow.
Pleasure. And finally, we have those two guys together.
Look at that.
You see all the facade behind.
Yeah, that really is amazing.
You have been working on that guy for a long time, I know.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And,
now, okay, should we set the two next to each other and see?
that would be awesome.
Okay. I'm very curious to see if we actually can I do that? Put one on top of the other here?
Yes,
and
please.
See how they
fit.
How they fit? Well, it sure looks like
the
Hope Diamond might have been part of that French Blue Diamond at one time, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. The asymmetry of the Hope Diamond is really got its roots from the triangular shape of the French Blue.
I can see that.
Especially those edges, those corners.
I can see that for sure. Oh, yeah. With the lead model, there's just nothing quite as exciting A picture is never, or a sketch or a description in a historic journal is never as exciting as holding a three-dimensional model in your hand and being able to see for the first time what that diamond must have looked like. And yes, it's in lead, and yes, it's a bit worn from all those years, but you look at it, you see the facets, you see the beauty of that model, and you can only imagine what an incredibly spectacular diamond the French blue diamond must have been.
A spectacular diamond that was carried for thousands of miles across rivers and continents.
La voici, monseigneur.
Then carefully cut and polished for the glory of a king. The French blue sparkled for only a few short years before it faded forever from view. Now in the summer of 2010, the French blue is coming back to life. The replica of the French blue cut by Scott Suker, set in a reconstruction of the Golden Fleece commissioned by the great Swiss jeweler Herbert Horowitz, is being unveiled in the former Gare de Meubles, the very building Louis XIV's prized jewel was stolen from.
Si vous voulez vous approcher, vous êtes les bienvenus.
Qui entoure évidemment la cloison.
218 years later, it still delights.
I've waited for this. Thank you.
Praise to you.
Excellent. It's beautiful. Magnificent.
The rough gem, mined from the earth in India centuries ago, had a larger-than-life destiny that spanned the globe. And it took a small lead cast, forgotten in a museum drawer, to solve the mystery of its ultimate fate. To be stolen, brutally recut, and find fame again as the Hope Diamond, a gigantic gem outsized only by the public's endless fascination for its story and its secrets.